Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name's Holly. I'm from the customer success team here at Pebble, and I'm going to be walking you through some of our new features that we've got. So I'll just share my screen, and hopefully now you can see lots of new features to go through today. So we've got the new marketing suite, which is fantastic. We've got a new payment method, so you can request payment via invoices, pause and resume a subscription, and then a few smaller releases as well. And then, as always, at the end of this, we'll just go through any questions that you might have, any discussions, and then we can get some more resources for this as well. Before we get into it, your customer success team, you've got the customer success managers on here, and then we've also got a wider team of staff around to help you as well. The first feature, and probably the biggest feature release we've had in the last month, is our marketing suite, and there's lots of parts of the system this touches. So coming up, you've got automatic system email previews, additional information in the fields of the confirmation email to give your confirmation email even more color and make it even more customizable for your particular activity. You can also turn off session reminders on an activity level, so some will be more, that will make more sense to some sessions than others to have that turned on. So it'll be a really handy feature to be able to go and turn that off per activity. Then we've got the mass email and SMS through the platform, send in SMS messages, automatic marketing emails, and all of this is essentially going to help you save time by being able to communicate with your customers through Pebble. And then with the automatic emails, increasing engagement and satisfaction with your customers as well. So lots to cover. First up, previews for automatic system emails. So essentially in the platform now, in your communications tab just over the side, you're going to be able to click on each of these little buttons and see what they generate for that email. So if you've moved an attendee, for example, what email gets sent out automatically, so that you're not having to over communicate with your customers, and it just makes it really easy for you to see what goes out as standard. What that's then going to do is pop up a little preview of that email just here, and you'll be able to see, as I say, the information that goes out for a whole range of activities, emails. The next sort of update to this is a little bit of an upgrade to the custom communication tab that you have when you're building out an activity. So you'll now get to add further information, which will come up in here, and then session reminder emails as well. So as I say, you can turn off the session reminder emails for particular activities. So you might want to have it on for your holiday camps, your workshops, something people have booked a long time ago, and you want to remind them that it's coming up. But you might not need it for an after school club or a wraparound care, something that's happening every day, and the parents know that that's coming up. So it gives you that full customization and flexibility to communicate with your customers in the best way possible. Probably most exciting, we've now got the option to mass email through the platform, and you can see this option through a range of filtering options, not only from your messaging tab, but also per register. So you might want to send this just to a register. For example, you've got a school trip coming up, and you want to send it to people just on the Tuesday. So you can do that as well. What I'll do, I'll show you that live. So essentially you would go over to your register, click on the register that you want, then you can click this messaging function up here, email, and it's going to pop out this little. From there, you can type in your email, what you want to say. And you can also add images, attachments. You can link it out to another page if you need to. So it's very, very flexible with what you can do on there. You've also got the option to show the attendee's name and also show people that haven't opted into marketing as well from there. So you can send contractual messages if this class is cancelled, but you can also send, more available spaces for the rest of the week to particular users. So that was one way to use it from the register. Or you could go through the customer tab and filter down per activity that you want, or by booking status. So currently in a block or subscription, in an upcoming activity, or no upcoming bookings, to sort of re-engage them. Once we save that, you'll see who that's applicable to. And then you see this modal again from here. So you can then message them from there. Back over to here. So this just shows you sort of what you can do with it. And an example, it will help you increase engagement, personalize, and create really dynamic emails as well. So you can put their guardian's name, you can have your rich text formatting, links, and images as well. That's not all. We've also got the option to do SMS in the platform. So that will send a text message out to your users. There is a charge to SMS marketing, so it's 5p per SMS per contact, with WhatsApp coming soon as well. If you want to get set up with emails or SMS, please reach out to support or your CSM and they can get you all set up. But it's perfect for instantly getting communication in front of your customers, ideal for urgent updates as well. The other sort of side of this is our automatic marketing emails. Now, these are optional for you to turn on, and we've got 3 at the moment. So they are welcome new customer, birthday emails, and thank you for coming. All of these with the aim to increase your engagement and increase repeat booking. So after a new user signs up, if you have this email turned on, you can then send them a little message, and I'll show you sort of where you can customize that from as well. So if we head over to the communications tab just here, scroll down, we can go into here and we can actually customize what we want that message to say. So if you've got a promotional code for new members to book a second activity, you can pop that in here. We just turn it on, save, and now that's going to go out to any new customers that sign up with us. Similar story for birthday emails. So this is going to go out on the child's birthday at 7 a.m. And then we've also got thank you for coming emails as well. So that's going to be sent after the final session of that booking. Again, a great place for you to use a discount code to encourage them to book with you again. That's everything with our sort of marketing hub. The next thing that I wanted to show you was our new payment method, which is invoicing. So this doesn't have to tie into a booking at all. It can be for something completely separate in terms of an add-on, a new joiner fee. You could invoice schools and nurseries that you work with, invoice parents for additional hours or late pickup, or also for merchandise that they haven't sort of purchased at the time of booking. So there's lots of options that you can use for this. And it's been designed to help you simplify that billing process and for you to have everything all in one place. So to make an invoice, all you would need to do is head over to your dashboard, scroll down to request payment, and then we can click on manage invoices. From here, just create an invoice, say who we want it to go over to, pop in their email, and say what it's for. You can then say how many there are and the cost, and then it's going to work out that for us. We can then say when it's due, so we've got preset times from here, so today, tomorrow, due in 7, and so on. And we can even pop a little description if we need to. If we then scroll back up to the top, we can hit save, and then it's going to give us an option of what we're going to do with that. So we can choose to send the invoice via email or copy it if we wanted to send it via WhatsApp, text, or any other way. That's then going to show up on your dashboard. It'll be unpaid to start with, and then we've got a few different statuses: unpaid, pending, paid, overdue, and void. You can also come into here to resend it if you need to, copy that link, mark as paid, or void the invoice. So again, lots of options, and you can kind of keep track of all of your invoices for various reasons that we mentioned before. The final feature that I wanted to highlight today is the ability to pause a subscription. Again, a few reasons that we might pause a subscription could be for a child that's taken a short break from an activity, injury, extended holiday, things like that. It helps give that flexibility to parents so they don't have to go back in and book back onto the session if they're just pausing for a few weeks. You can now come in and pause that. It's really easy to do. So all you would have to do is head over to your bookings, under your subscriptions, and then in our options just over here, we've now got the ability to pause that as well. Once it's paused, if you unpause it within the same month, no further payment would be taken. If you unpause it halfway through a month, it will just pro rata for the rest of that month, giving you full flexibility there as well. A few smaller releases that we've had this month as well. We've updated the marketing consent pop-up in the comms tab. This makes you fully aware of when you're sending a marketing versus a consent email, making sure you're abiding by the GDPR guidelines. New branding in the checkout journey in line with our smarter new appearance. Removal of marketing, the marketplace search bar in the iframe journey. So if you have the iframe on your website, customers that now come through that journey will no longer see the search bar to search for other Pebble activities. We've moved the supplier marketing consent box and reworded it slightly just to increase the chances of marketing opt-in. So that's now on the review page of the checkout process rather than in with questions. And we also have a new review notification, so an email that will go out to you after you get a review from a Guardian. That way you can let us know how you would like to respond, if you want to respond publicly or privately, but you're just made aware when that review comes through. That's all of our new features for this month. Does anyone have any questions?
Oh, hello. I'm
Hello.
so sorry. So sorry. I don't even know. Yeah, I was trying to follow you while I was cooking, so it was a bit tricky. When you are talking about sending lots of emails at the same time in one go, which email address the parents are going to see? Is it going to be a Pebble one, or is it going to be my email address?
Great question. So there's actually a return to email that you can select. So I can show you where you would set that up as well. So just in your customer emails just here, you can select who you want that to go back to. So it'll be your email address that they see them. And you can also put a little header as well to all of those emails, just so it's a little bit branded for you. But yeah, it's gonna come from your email address, but through the platform.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Any other questions at all?
Holly, just going back to the subscriptions, I'm quite new to Pebble. So we can pause a subscription. We have people that run by terms. So we have, like, for example, the whole of the summer term, then they have 6 weeks off, and then the whole of the autumn term. So the cost of a term is, let's say, I don't know, let's say it's £500. Okay.
Yeah.
So will it divide? I'm sorry. How will it divide the monthly payments? Will that be over a year, or can you specify how long those payments will be and then pause it over the summer and then resume it again for the autumn term? Is that something that we can do?
Yeah, definitely. So you can have full control over sort of what your policy around subscriptions is. The way our model will always work is what you set as the monthly price is what they'll be charged. And we're currently looking at a new way of prorating the first month when they join, so that they would only pay for the remaining sessions basically of that first month. But now with this pause functionality, if you do take the whole summer off and that's incorporated into your costs, you just have to pause the attendees on that subscription, so it doesn't charge them over the summer months, and start them again in September. And there's really clear sort of ways to say where your subscription and sort of what your process is for that. The pause functionality will obviously let that monthly price stop being charged for 6 weeks, for example.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's really helpful.
No worries. Does that answer your question?
I think so. I'm going to have to play around with it, I think.
Yeah, no worries. Let us know if you need any specifics. But when you're building out your subscription, I'll show you sort of where you would put the information. So you'd come up with, how you want it to run, and you'd say, we're going to do 40 classes over the 52 weeks, or we'll run between these dates. And then you put those subscription details in here, just so guardians know exactly what they're signing up for when they sign up. Then it's going to take that same monthly payment each month, up to what we set it at, and then we can pause it over the summer as well.
So if, for example, because they're allowed to give us 2-week notice, and no, I think, is it 2 weeks or 4 weeks possibly, to say that they're going to leave. Is there a way of us recouping any, because we spread it over, like, sorry to ask all these silly questions, but if we spread it over a period of time, there's a possibility we might actually lose money in that last month. You mentioned that we can pro rata it. Is there a way of us being able to modify that last payment?
We could modify it on a ticket, but you'd probably have to reach out to us, or the other option would be to invoice them separately for that last one.
Right. Okay.
It'd just be around changing that sort of last payment price, essentially. There are ways to manage it, but it'd be probably best to reach out to us if you need to do that.
All right, lovely. That's really helpful. Thank you so much.
Right, no worries.
Hi, Holly. Can I just ask, is there a cost to send messages via WhatsApp when that comes about? Because there is for the SMS.
Yes,
so
there will be a charge for the sort of group WhatsApp. Obviously, you can still message how we currently have it. So if you're clicking on the number and it pops out to WhatsApp, that will still be free, because that's going to go from your personal WhatsApp. Whereas the group messaging, the way it works through WhatsApp and Meta, is going to sort of send it for a business account, and there is a charge associated to that. Again, it's that 5p, but the saving with WhatsApp would be if you've got a long message. In SMS, that might break up to 2 messages, whereas WhatsApp would still count as 1.
Okay, and what number does that just come from, like Pebble then? The number?
I think, and we're still waiting for verification from Meta, I believe, on this one, but I think you would make a business account that's verified, and then it will come from that business number.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
That's all right. Any more questions from anyone before we go? Well, I'll show you, as always, where to get help. So we've got our help centre, the chat to us, or you can email support@bookpebble. We've also got the submit feedback or bug button. So if anything, you're on the system, you've got any ideas, please do share your feedback. If you see anything that shouldn't be happening, report it as a bug so we can investigate. And as always, thank you for being a part of Pebble. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we'll speak to you all very soon.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.